Matthew chapter 25, a parable for 10 virgins. When my coming draws near, heaven's kingdom realm will be compared to 10 maidens who took their oil lamps and went outside to meet the bridegroom and his bride. 5 of them were foolish and ill-prepared, for they took no extra oil for the lamps. 5 of them were wise, for they took flasks full of olive oil with their lamps. When the bridegroom did not come when they expected, they grew drowsy and fell asleep. Then suddenly, in the middle of the night, they were awakened by the shout, "Get up! The bridegroom is here. Come out and have an encounter with him." So all the girls got up and trimmed their lamps, and the foolish ones were running out of oil. So they said to the 5 wise ones, "Share your oil with us, because our lamps are going out." "We can't," they replied. "We don't have enough for all of us. You'll have to go and buy some for yourself." While the 5 girls were out buying oil, the bridegroom appeared. Those who were ready and waiting were escorted inside with him, and the wedding party enjoyed the feast. And then the door was locked. Later, the 5 foolish virgins came running out to the door and pleaded, Lord, let us come in." They called back, "Go away. Do I know you? I can show you. I don't even know you." That's the reason you should always stay awake and be alert, because you don't know the day or the hour when the bridegroom will appear. A parable about the financial stewardship. Again, heaven's kingdom is like a wealthy man who went on a long journey and summoned all his trusted servants to sign his financial management over to them. Before he left on his journey, he entrusted a bag of 5,000 gold coins to one of his servants, to another a bag of 2,000 gold coins, and to the third a bag of 1,000 gold coins, each according to his ability to manage. The one entrusted with 5,000 gold coins immediately went out and traded with the money, and it doubled his investment. In the same way, the one who was entrusted with the 2,000 gold coins traded with the sum and likewise doubled his investment. But the one who had been entrusted with the 1,000 gold coins dug a hole in the ground and buried the master's money. As much time had passed, the master returned to settle accounts with his servants. The one who was entrusted with the 5,000 gold coins came and brought 10,000, saying, "See, I have doubled your money." Commending his servant, the master replied, "You have done well and proven yourself to be my loyal and trustworthy servant. Because you have been a faithful steward to manage a small sum, now I will put you in charge of much, much more. You will experience the delight of your master, who will say to you, 'Enter into the joy of your Lord.'" Then the one who hadn't been entrusted with the 2,000 golden coins came in and said, "See, my master, I doubled what you have entrusted me." Commending the servant, the master replied, "You have done well, and proving yourself to be my loyal and trustworthy servant. Because you were faithful to manage a small sum, now I'll put you in charge of much, much more. You will experience the delight of your master, who will say to you, 'Enter into the joy of your Lord.'" Then the one who had been entrusted with 1,000 golden coins came to the master and said, "Look, sir, I know that you are a hard man to please. You are sure the ruthless spaceman who grows rich on the backs of others. I was afraid of you, So when I hid your money and buried it in the ground. But here it is, take it, it's yours. But his master said to him, "You know, untrustworthy, the lazy servant. If you knew I was sure the ruthless businessman who always make a profit, why didn't you deposit your money in the bag? Then I would have received all it back with interest when I returned. But because you are unfaithful, I will take the 1,000 golden coins and give them to the one who has 10,000. For the one who has will be given more, until he overflows with abundance. And the one with hardly anything, even what little he has, will be taken from him." Then the master said to his other servants, "Down, fools and good-for-nothing servant, far away from me into the outer darkness, where there will be great misery and anguish." The judgment of the multitudes. When the Son of Man appears in his majesty glory with all his angels by his side, he will take the seat on the throne of splendor. And all the nations will be gathered together before him. And like a shepherd who separates the sheep from the goats, he will separate all the people. The sheep he will put on his right side, the goats on the left, so that the king will turn to those on the right and say, "You have a special place in my Father's heart. Come and experience the full inheritance of the kingdom realm that has been destined for you from before the foundation of the world. For when you saw me hungry, you fed me. When you found me thirsty, you gave me drink. When I had no place to stay, you invited me in. And when I was poorly clothed, you covered me. When I was sick, you tenderly cared for me. And when I was in prison, you visited me." Then the godly will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or give you food or something to drink? When did we see you with no place to stay to invite you in? When did we see you poorly clothed and carry you? When did we see you sick and tenderly care for you? Or in prison and visit you?" And the king will answer them, "Don't you know? When you cared for one of the least of these, my little ones, my true brothers and sisters, you demonstrated love for me." Then to those on the left, the king will say, "Leave me, for you are under the curse of eternal life that has been destined for the devil and all his demons. For when you saw me hungry, you gave me no food. And when you saw me thirsty, you gave me no drink. And I had no place to stay, and you refused to take me in as your guest. When you saw me poorly clothed, you closed your hearts and did not clothe me. When you saw that I was sick, you did not lift a finger to help me. When I was imprisoned, you never came to visit me." And then those on the left will say, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, and not give you food and something to drink? When did we see you homeless or poorly clothed? When did we see you sick and not help you, or in prison and not visit you?" Then you answer them, "Don't you know? When you refused to help me, to help one of the least important upon these my little ones, my true brothers and sisters, you refused to help honor me." And they will depart from his presence into eternal punishment. But the godly and beloved sheep will enter into eternal bliss.